won't stop till I hear him say,
Alrighty, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. In today's video breakdown, we are going to be covering all topics via fundamentals and the overall sentiment surrounding the cryptocurrency market. I'm going to be doing a weekly to maybe bi-weekly fundamental breakdown for you guys, where I just give you all my overall analysis on what to expect via the current market price action that we are experiencing in the cryptocurrency markets. I'm going to cover some things XRP. I'm going to cover the total market cap of the cryptocurrency space as of right now. And then I'm also going to read and break down some fundamentals for you guys. We have to understand as retail investors in the space right now that we are extremely early in this market. So this is a retail driven and speculative market until we see institutional adoption and regulatory clarity pick up. And that is just a fact. So I tweeted out to you guys that as of right now, only 4.2% of the entire population owns cryptocurrency. This is a thread that I posted on my Twitter, and people still can't believe that we are early. So only 4.2% of the entire population, guys and gals, owns cryptocurrency. And if you're a holder of cryptocurrency and you have not sold based off of this bear market price action, then you are part of this 4.2%. So I said to you all, steps for success in the cryptocurrency market, given the current FUD that is surrounding the crypto space and all of this uncertainty, all of this doubt, all this fear that has just flooded into the market. Again, we are in a speculative and emerging asset class. So until retail adoption and utility picks up, there's going to be a lot of regulatory uncertainty. There's going to be a lot of institutional liquidations, meaning that people that are over leveraged on their buy positions from way back in like 2017, 2018, 19, and 20 are going to consistently get liquidated. We're going to see massive amounts of money get taken out of this market. And that is just healthy for this market to grow over time. And that's something that you guys have to understand. But real fast, before we jump into the fundamentals and I give you guys some chart analytics, I said to you guys, number one, decide whether you are in, and just before we get started, guys and gals, this is not financial advice. This is just something that has helped me over the past 7 years that I've been involved in this market. Number one, decide whether you are a day trader or a hodler or investor. Okay, that means, are you taking intraday positions, scalping positions, getting in and out of the market, looking at, trading session to session, which is what we teach here at CYPRX via our technical analysis analytics, or are you just a buy, hopefully at the bottom and hold long-term type of investor? That's something that you have to decide. Number two, learn psychological control and superior technical analysis, i.e., to get in and out of the market or understand when to get in and out of the market, right? Based off of sound technical analysis. Number three, decide how much risk you can handle. This is something that 90% of investors do not do. They get these bullish Moonboy price predictions off XRP, Shiba Inu, freaking Dogecoin by their best friend or by their mom on Twitter, or whatever the case can be. They pump $1,000 into the market. Then the next day, because we're in a bear market, they lose 20% of that portfolio, and then their holdings are down to $800, right? Don't be one of those people, okay? Accept risk, understand how much money you can pump into this market. And then number four, I wrote, don't take trading advice from idiots, guys and gals. Okay, so the people that you see with XRP Whale, XRP King, XRP Moonshot, all in their Twitter handle, guys and gals, you should not be taking trading advice from these individuals, especially if they're drawing Fibonacci's on their charts and giving you guys price predictions. Number five, don't buy tops. Revert back to number two. So reverting back to number two, what do we see? Superior technical analysis. Understand how to read these markets properly, right? Number six, if leveraged, protect your capital by taking profits and move your stops to break even. That is the number one rule in this market. I should have put that one first, but not a lot of people trade leveraged like I do here in these markets. So with that being said, make sure that you're protecting your capital, moving your stops to break even, all things that can help you preserve your capital longer in this market, which is the goal, to last longest in this market, right? Number seven, if hodling, accept temporary bearish price action. Temporary bearish price action when you're a long-term hodler is necessary. It is realistic and it is sound in order for the market to go higher. You guys understand the terminology as above, so below. The market must go lower to liquidate buyers in order to accumulate those orders to drive market price action higher. It's something that has happened in the past. It's something that is going to happen in the future. And it's always going to be an up and down battle in these markets. If you're a long-term hodler, none of that should mean anything to you because you guys should already have a year set in place or a specific target set in place for yourself where you're not doing anything with your crypto position until those things come into fruition. Number 8, be realistic with your target areas. Number 9, be logical with your entry criteria. And number 10, and best of all, ignore Twitter price predictions, guys and gals, except for ours here at CYPRX. So I want to take your attention to this tweet real fast before we again get into the fundamentals. And I said, I tried to tell people not to assume that the bottom was in until May and April highs were broken for the record. People just called me crazy. All of these analysis are still valid until we see pullbacks back above May and April highs. If not, the bear market continues. And all of this analysis was presented to you guys on XRP, where I said to you guys in some of these tweets, that we could potentially be seeing some bearish pressure pick up if we do not break and hold above 47 to 50 cents. In this tweet, making sure that we break those April and May highs. I sent you guys an analysis there. Same thing here. Nothing has changed. Failure to break a bullish sustainable hold and daily close above 45 to 65 cents means we can still see bears sell from premium May psych levels. The full analysis below. If at any time we break these levels, I will reevaluate and update you guys. So again, seeing that I was updating bearish price action to continue across the cryptocurrency market, which I'm going to get into in today's technical analysis breakdown. And then same thing here, guys and gals. I had May highs and April highs highlighted for you guys, where we have to consider that if these levels are not broken, we are still in a bearish market on the cryptocurrency space, or specifically XRP, because I am a day trader on XRP. That is the crypto that I pay the most attention to, right? A lot of people call me a bullish moon boy because I make, fundamental analysis videos on XRP. I'm not. I've never given you guys $1,000 bullish price prediction on XRP. Do I think long term that the valuation and price of XRP is going to be much more significant in the future than it is today? Absolutely, 100%. Do I know where that's going to be at? No. Do I have a specific target area that I'm looking to pull profit from? Absolutely. In my personal opinion, I'm looking to accumulate enough XRP right as of right now to be able to pull profit when prices do reach double digits. My price ranges, realistically speaking, on XRP are anywhere between $10, $15, and maybe $20, where I'm accumulating enough where that price prediction right there is going to make me a sound amount of money that I can then pump into small business ideas or property or something that is going to make me consistent passive income. So that way I can retire. I will have long-term bags on coins like XRP or other utility driven assets that I hold for 10, 15, 20 plus years for, potential retirement funds. But what I'm seeking to do with my crypto portfolio, because I'm a day trader and I can always be in and out of the market based off of my technical analysis, I don't need to be this $1,000 price prediction long-term holder on XRP. I can take and allocate my profits from the market and put them into passive income ideas and retire before age 35. That's what I'm seeking to do in the market. Again, revert back to number one, via this tweet that I posted out to you guys, and that is to decide what type of trader or investor you want to be. Okay. So going over the overall technical analysis standpoint before I get into the fundamentals of the current crypto market conditions, I want to take your attention to the total cryptocurrency market cap, which is hovering at around 950 billion as of right now. One level that I'm paying close attention to is this 800 billion psychological level. If we break that, most likely we are going to fall down into and see massive liquidations of anywhere between $200 billion on the cryptocurrency market space, down into 600 to maybe 500 billion. That would be a sound level of quote unquote support, if you want to call it that, where we could potentially see that the bottom is in on crypto. I don't realistically see the cryptocurrency market cap falling below 500 billion. I think that that's unrealistic at this point. But that's something to be mindful of. Again, that's not a price prediction. It's just, again, something to be mindful of. Is the bottom in? We have failed to create higher highs in this market, and we are still hovering in lower low, lower high territory, meaning that if you guys can see on the cryptocurrency market total capitalization, you guys can see right now that the high that we would need to break in order to sustainably break a higher high and make a new high would be this high right here, and that is around 1.3 to 1.4 trillion dollars. So as of right now, we are making a lower high, and the question is can we sustain bullish order flow above this $800 billion level? Now, something else I told you guys on Twitter to be mindful of is the United States dollar strength, because the United States dollar, as of right now, is the global reserve currency. It's something that you guys need to be mindful of. So taking your attention way back to where the cryptocurrency market was back in March, I believe it was, Yep, right here in this March April rollover, we can see that this is the last significant area in the last time frame where the market capitalization for the cryptocurrency market was at 2.1 to 2.2 trillion dollars. Now, looking at in comparison to the United States dollar index, which is the current strength of the United States dollar, right? I want to take your attention to this fundamental news article right here where it says US dollar hits new 20-year high. 5 things to know about Bitcoin this week, and it gives some spiel about the support of Bitcoin and psychological levels and da 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 da. But I said to you guys on Twitter that we need to be paying attention to the United States dollar strength. And until the United States dollar pulls back to these March to April levels, we are most likely not going to see some significant bull run on the cryptocurrency market space until that happens. Now, the only thing that I could see happening that would cause a massive bull run where prices surge to new all-time highs and all these bullish moonboy price predictions come into fruition is if we get sound regulatory clarity. Now, do I think that that's going to happen in 2022? Personally, no, I don't. I'm not one of those individuals that's calling for some type of XRP or sorry, excuse me, Ripple versus SEC settlement this year. I'm not going to put that out there because personally, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that the SEC Ripple case is going to drag out as long as realistically possible. So I'm looking at a settlement or some type of sound end or conclusion to this case anywhere between 2023 springtime. That's what I'm looking for, just to be realistic. I think that they're going to continuously drag this out until all of the regulatory space has come into cahoots with each other and they're all on the same page. And then boom, we're going to get that either settlement or conclusion to this case. And maybe potentially we do see that XRP is deemed not a security. That would be the best for all of us, right? But so if we look at where the price action was or the cryptocurrency total market cap back in April and March, and then we compare that to where the United States dollar strength was at, we can see that the United States dollar strength was down below 100. And we can see that the cryptocurrency market capitalization was all the way up here at 2 trillion. So we would need to see, realistically speaking, the United States dollar strength without any major bullish fundamentals pull back down into these pre-March, April areas to see a massive bull run or at least a bullish relief pump on the cryptocurrency market capitalization in order to see, potential alt season or maybe even Bitcoin back above $30,000. Okay. So let's just be mindful of the DXY. Let's be mindful of the cryptocurrency market capitalization. The question is, as of right now, can we hold this $800 billion supportive quote unquote region, or are we going to potentially drop lower? Personally, I think that there still needs to be massive liquidations in this currency market. With that being said, I will jump over to some interesting fundamentals for you guys. Now, also, I want you guys to correlate this as well with XRP's price action. Okay, so if we go over here and we correlate XRP's price action with the cryptocurrency market capitalization analysis as well with the DXY, we can also see heading back to April and March, okay, where XRP was at. Okay, so even if, and let's just again be realistic, the United States dollar pulls back to the lows of April and March, let's just track where the April and March highs were for XRP when that took place. That is going to be roughly around 88 to 90 cents, where we can definitely see these equal highs in the market. Now, if the market for XRP pushes back up to these levels, personally, I think that we are going to see a run into $1 to come and liquidate any over leveraged sellers that sold at these equal highs or this retail resistance area in the form of this M formation. That is a very significant target level and realistic level that I'm looking and seeking to take intraday and scalp positional profits from if we do see a market push up into these levels where we could see institutional money look at this as a potential premium to take sells from or shorts from to establish some type of higher low in the market, or if we don't get that lower low in the market to potentially come and liquidate lows beneath June lows. Okay. Now, with that being said, that's just an overall higher time frame analysis. This again is an analysis on the daily time frame. So before we do see any type of strength pickup in the cryptocurrency market, we definitely need to see that United States dollar strength dwindle out a little bit. With that being said, personally, before that happens, I think that we are going to see 112 to 116 come into fruition before we do see them, deflate the currency and drop the DXY back down into those lows. That's something that I'm going to be looking at to potentially happen is the strengthening of the United States dollar to continue up until potentially 112 to 116 before we do see that market sell off towards the end of this year. All right. heading into 2023, that's something that we could pay attention to, because we, realistically speaking, guys and gals, only have 4 months left of this year, right? It's August. We have September, October, November, and December. Now, there's not a lot of time to, be realistic in this market to say that there's going to be some major, bullish pump in the market. Now, is it possible still? Absolutely. Anything is possible in this market. But realistically speaking, guys and gals, come on. If we just measure how long this bearish market and this bearish pressure took, we're looking at from March, as of right now, all the way to August. Okay, so March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 6 months. Do you, realistically speaking, that within the last 4 months that's left of this year, we are going to completely engulf all of this price action? I'd be very surprised if we do. The only thing, and again, in my personal opinion, that would drive the market to do something like that is some type of settlement, which I think is unrealistic as of right now, or some type of regulatory framework that gets put in place that drives institutionalized adoption for the the billions of dollars that was just liquidated from this market to come back into this market space. Okay, so again, I'm just being realistic, guys and gals, giving you guys a sound and logical approach to this market. Am I being mindful? Am I pumping capital into this market? I told you guys that on XRP specifically, I'm not pumping capital for long-term positions into this market unless price is below 32 cents. You guys can see that we're currently hovering around that. You guys can also see that I have alarms set just in case we do see lower price action come into fruition. And if not, my bags are packed and I'm very happy with where my long-term positions sit for XRP. And will I be looking for intraday scalping positions back up into highs along the way up? Absolutely. So you guys have my long-term analysis on the cryptocurrency market space and what I'm expecting long-term to play out for the rest of this year. Now, to avert your attention over to the fundamentals, like I said, I'm going to drop something along the lines of a video like this probably once or twice per week, just going over some interesting fundamentals that took place. There was a lot of FUD being dumped into the market over the past 3 days, which is why the market sold off. So one or a couple of the different headlines that have played out over the past few days, just to update you guys on what's going on in the market. We see still massive liquidations and uncertainty surrounding regulatory framework and countries adopting or banning cryptocurrency. So right here, we see RBI, governor says central banks warnings pushed people to avoid cryptocurrency report. The central bank in India has maintained banning cryptocurrency is the most suitable choice for India. So that's something interesting. And again, that took place on August 23rd. So what did that do? Most likely cause a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. That's something to be mindful and pay attention to, right? Because we're still in a speculative, retail-driven market as of right now, because institutional adoption is still sitting and waiting on the sideline for regulatory framework. Retail traders are driven by these fundamentals, the fear that gets pumped into the market. You guys saw massive liquidation events taking place from over-leveraged traders over the past 6 to 7 months. And people just pretty much pulling out of the cryptocurrency market based off of fear, right? Realistically speaking, the only people that are left are the long-term hodlers. Right, we see an article right here that says global cryptocurrency adoption. I tweeted out to you guys that only 4.2% of the population with over 320 million crypto users worldwide exist. Okay, so if we look at these numbers, North America at 51 million, South America 27 million, Africa 53 million, Europe 43 million, Asia 130 million, and Oceania, or pretty much Australia region, 1 million. Okay, and this is updated. So this came out just a couple of days ago. Just very interesting to say the least, guys and gals, because look at how scarce this number is right now, 4.2% of the population. Now, again, like I said in that tweet, to say that you are not early in this crypto space, you need to understand what type of investor you are. For this number to even jump back to, let's just say 15 to 20%, you're going to see massive price appreciations on utility-driven assets. Again, personally, because I'm a utility-driven asset investor, I'm not going to sit here and speculate on any of these meme coins or what's going to happen across the cryptocurrency board with other cryptocurrency assets. But as for the utility-driven assets, when this number, right, this crypto adoption number jumps from 4.2% of the population to, let's just even say 10% or 15 or even 20% of the population, again, you're going to see massive returns on your initial investment. The question is to ask yourself, what type of trader are you? Are you willing to hold, or are you looking to, grow a portfolio, intraday trade, scalp positions? Okay. Another interesting article that we saw here surrounding India. We see crypto exchange CoinSwitch Cuba raided by India's Enforcement Directorate agents. And this article for me would cause fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the majority of individuals. But for me, I see it as a good thing because we see down here the investigation led to key documents pertaining to inflated liquidity and very relaxed know your customer protocol in CoinSwitchCuber. According to a report from Economic Times, the probe found that their KYC protocol are bogus and dubious in 80% of the cases. These raids are part of an ongoing investigation for 10 cryptocurrency exchanges being linked to money laundering charges. Why do I think that this is good for the crypto space? Because we need to get this type of BS out of the crypto space for regulatory clarity to come into the space and for institutional adoption to take over. All of this money laundering and all of this criminal activity in the crypto space, we need to get that out in order for massive adoption to take place. So for me personally, this isn't a FUD article. This is a good article to see that this stuff is taking place. Okay. Another interesting article that came out was we see algorithmic stablecoin. I'm not going to butcher that. Neutrino, maybe potentially. USD lost its peg to the United States dollar. Now, this wasn't too significant, but we see another algorithmic stablecoin has lost its peg to the United States dollar, which of course most likely caused FUD in the market. We're talking about Neutrino, USD, USDN stablecoin on the Waves blockchain. While the rate has not fallen too much, the token is trading at 0.90 cents. Again, something to just be mindful of. We see a lot of FUD in the market surrounding the cryptocurrency space where retail investors are getting shaken out of the market. Are you one of them? That's the question. And then last but not least, the last fundamental article that I have pulled up for you guys today surrounding this fundamental overall technical analysis and crypto space breakdown is we see still waiting. The SEC delays VanEck's third Bitcoin spot ETF application. So this is something that we've been waiting for the SEC to solidify for quite some time is a Bitcoin spot ETF. And that is still yet to come into fruition. If this ever does come into fruition, this is definitely going to drive Bitcoin adoption through the roof. We're going to see massive amounts of money flood into the market space if this ever does get approved. But again, we're still waiting on the sidelines to see the US SEC. I mean, you guys know I'm not going to cover them because people are literally getting banned and sued for attacking the SEC. So I'm going to try and attempt to stop covering them so that they don't target this YouTube channel or whatever the case may be. But across the board, guys and gals, we already know that the SEC is a complete bully. They're not on board with the entire globe surrounding cryptocurrency adoption. Who knows what their overall agenda is surrounding what it is that they're doing in the crypto space with regulatory framework. But it's just something to be mindful of when it comes to the fear that gets pumped into this market. Guys and gals, again, revert back to the tweet that I posted to you all. Understand what type of investor you are. Understand what type of risk that you can, take on. Are you leveraging? Are you not leveraging? Can you afford to pump $1,000 into this market and see it depreciate to $500 if you accidentally buy a top based off of some bullish price prediction that you listened to on Twitter? Hopefully you're not investing into this market space based off of something that you read on Twitter and you're doing your own personal research. I highly advise that you guys do so. Fundamentals out there that you can read are free. If you're searching a certain cryptocurrency project, the website that you guys can go look at for that cryptocurrency project is free. You guys can read the white papers. You guys can read the bank PDFs that they put out. You guys can read IMF PDFs, World Economic Forum PDFs, IBS PDFs. Like there's so much information that you guys can go out there and read. I highly advise that you guys do your own personal research so that way you're not one of those statistics that gets liquidated out of a rug pull. Cryptocurrency project. Blessings to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this fundamental breakdown and this overall technical analysis standpoint on what to expect from the cryptocurrency markets. Personally, I'm not looking at too hot of price action to take place in the month of September. So we're about to roll over into that month. Maybe potentially we do see some type of bullish relief rally. We do see potential bullish fundamentals coming out. Hopefully this ETH merge comes out positive for the market. And then, of course, we all have the ISO 222 standard being implemented in November, which is something that the majority of utility-driven asset holders have been looking forward to for quite some time. So we will be paying close attention to that. Blessings to you guys all. As always, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. We do appreciate the love and the support. And I will see you guys in the next YouTube video breakdown. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week.
Stop till I hear him say